All right, y'all, here we are. I'm gonna make this one real short, man. It's gonna be a live stream. Kind of test it out, see what's happening, man. Only gonna go for maybe about an hour, maybe even 45 minutes. And today I want to talk to y'all about why are so many women losing out in long-term relationships. And I want to show y'all something that kind of helps women see. We got a lot of platforms out here, and a lot of platforms promote women in a really bad light. And I'm going to show you one right now. I'm going to show you one right now. Let's get to it.
Coolest podcast in the world. And today we got the one and only Royalty on the podcast. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm really happy to be here.
Are you?
Yeah, this is like a big opportunity for me, to get out the streets.
Hey, I like that. So, for the record, Mark from Soft White Underbelly.
Right. That's the homie right there.
That is the homie. I never really thought of him as a homie, but yeah, I guess
He's
a
a
homie.
really cool dude.
Okay. Yes, he is. He sent me Sharp, who was like a pimp previously. We did a podcast with him. 500,000 views. People loved it.
Right.
You're our second Soft White Underbelly alumni.
So he just said that he did a podcast about pimping with another sex worker, and people loved it. The people love it. Now the question is, why do the people love sex workers, man? And why do the people love something that shouldn't be out there? I mean, sex worker. I remember there was a time, man, with sex workers, man, they kept their business to themselves, man. You know what I mean? We didn't know you was a sex worker. Or we did know you was a sex worker, but we didn't want to know what was going on. We didn't want to know what was happening. Now sex workers are promoted, man. They're like big people. They're like somebody who you should be happy to see. And I don't understand that. I don't understand what's happening. Well, I do understand it. I can explain it later. But let's take a look more at, how these platforms out here will promote sex workers as though they're actually women and make them look regular as regular people, but they're not. They're not. They're misleading our children into hell. But let's look at it a little bit more.
Right. So for the people who haven't seen your interviews with him so far, let's just sort of start from the beginning. Where are you from exactly, and what was your childhood years like?
I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. I was adopted when I was like 5. My adopted parents, they were kind of like, they took care of me. Like I definitely wasn't like poor or anything, but they like lacked in the emotional, like in the emotional parenting part. It was lacking very hard.
And were you the only kid, or were you the only adopted kid?
Okay, let's stop it right there. So I basically wanted to show you how these platforms will promote sex workers, especially the black ones, They make sex workers into celebrities, right? Now, here's your little girl looking at this saying, man, she's getting a lot of attention. See, your little girl don't understand what's going on behind the scenes. She looking at this saying, oh man, I want this attention. I want the attention. This lady's getting attention. So maybe I can get attention like her. How's she getting attention? She don't find out how she get attention until later. Now, I don't want none of our people caught up in the sex worker industry. Well, I don't want nobody caught up in the sex worker industry, but especially our people, we've had the most problems in this country. So I would rather us have the most, spend the most time on getting ourselves up out the mud. Um, and we don't need this kind of stuff promoted. But obviously, platforms like Vlad and No Jumper, they will promote these black sex workers out there to try to um, in invite more young black women to be sex workers because that's what gets views, and they're more concerned with views than the people, and so instead of our people. And see, on this channel, man, we we got to fight all these people, man. We only got God on our side. We got to fight all these people, man. The no jumpers, the Vlads, the everybody, brother. Everybody comes for us because we telling the truth. But we got the truth to tell it. And the way I think is either God's on our side or he's not. either God's on our side or he's on no jumper side. Or we'll see. Well, I'm sure they're gonna come for us for you know saying, hey, you putting, you are trying to normalize the sex worker industry, especially for the sisterhood. I don't agree with that. I don't like that. I don't think he would appreciate it if I took his little sister and I put her out here and I started talking about her and I had her on talking about sex work. I don't think he would appreciate that. But here I am. I'm just talking. I want you to understand that this is not good. When you see something like this, man, I'm not telling you to go to his channel and go to No Jumper and jump on him and all that. You just don't have to watch that stuff, man. We don't have to give that stuff no and make sure your children know that that has a bad taste in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? We trying to raise our children. You know what I'm saying? He ain't out here putting that out here for his children. He putting that out here for your children. And this post sister, she don't know what's going on, man. She's so fooled, and she doesn't even understand what's really happening here. But you know what I mean? What can I say? But this is part of the reason why many women are losing out on long-term relationships. You're losing out on long-term relationships because you don't know what's going on, and you don't know how to stop. You don't know how to be what a man wants you to be. See, you want a man to want you for what you are. And that's not you really what's going to happen. See, if you want a man, let me tell you how you can be really successful with men, with high producing men. You can call them high value, high whatever. You can call them whatever you want to call them. Men that have high access to high resources and have a high character at the same time. Those type of guys. Let me show you how you can be. Cause see, most of y'all, the reason why y'all lose out is because y'all play the short game. You guys play the short game. Like that little sister I was showing you, little sex worker, she playing the short game. Little sisters in the clubs and the bars, y'all playing the short game. Y'all ain't playing the long game. The long game is that you understand what a man wants and you okay with being that, and then you train yourself up to be that. The problem is the feminist movement have given you guys so much rebelliousness into the women that now you got the rebelliousness is so strong in the women culture that you can't even sit down and cook a man a meal so that he can get used to your cooking. You don't even give him a chance to get used to your cooking. Um, it's a lot of reasons why you can't play the long game. You can play the short game because the short game is just about sex. The long game is after the sex, is past sex. That's the long game. Can you play the long game? So none of y'all don't know how to play the long game. How do you play the long game? You got to can you cook? Can you keep a house? Can you do you have the same attitudes towards discipline? That's all right. You're gonna hear motorcycles revving and all kind of all kind of stuff out here. I'm in the hood. I'm in the hood. I'm where I'm supposed to be, man. So I'm down here trying to help our people, man. Anyway, why women are losing out in long-term relationships? Because you don't know you don't even know what's supposed to be you supposed to look for in a long-term relationship. You don't even know what a long-term relationship looks like. You're not at places where guys that are interested in long-term relationships are. You in the bars and the clubs. That's okay. Forget about the motorcycle. He leaving. You in the bars and the clubs. That's why you can't find no. That's why you can't uh, get men that are looking for long-term relationships, because you ain't places where men. You ain't hunting in places where men are that are looking for long-term relationships, right? But I remember what I said. You playing a short game. You playing a short game. That's why you losing. You playing, oh man, this dude, he got a nice car. I'm gonna ride around in his car. And then after him, I'm gonna jump off and ride. Okay. So you gonna keep on riding around in all these nice cars right on through your 30s. Maybe drop a child here or there, right? Now you 30 years old with two children from two different guys. Not exactly what a high earning man is looking for. Not exactly, right? So don't put yourself in that position. And even if you are in that position, if you got two children and you 30 years old or plus, and you're looking for a high value or high earning man, right? How are you going to run into him if you got these two children? See what I'm saying? You got to be able to put yourself in positions where you're going to run into guys like that. I know most women don't want to hear that, right? I'm so beautiful, men are just going to find me in the grocery store. But that's not typically going to happen, right? What's typically going to happen is dudes that live around you, that close by you, are going to find you in the grocery store, and they're going to see your beauty, and your beauty is what's going to attract them, not your long term, not the stuff that you need to have a long term relationship. Stuff that would need to be: can you cook? Can you clean? Can you wash? Can you do the things that this man needs to run a household? As well as, yeah, I work at the plant and I make just as much. Okay, that's good. That's good on the business side. But marriage also has a physical side. It has a side where people got to do work. Okay, and y'all two got to understand. Hey, man, you got a job in that house. He got a job outside the house, and you bring the tools necessary. So you losing out on long-term relationships because you ain't bringing the things that a man would look for a long-term relationship. You think because a dude is hitting you, he all up on you now. He's all up on you because he's playing a short game too. Men look at you and they can decide right away, okay, this person I need to be playing a short game with. This person I need to be playing a long game with. So what women do, women already recognize that. So what a woman would do is say, I'm going to finesse my way into playing a long game. But you can't finesse your way into the long game. The only way you can get into playing a long game is you got to be playing a long game. You got to show reasons. You got to show a man why he should be with you. You got to show a man. Man ain't gonna just say, "Oh, well, you look good. I'm ready to." Most men, smart men, won't do that. Smart men know better than to just say, "Oh, okay, well, you look good today. You can't cook. You can't cook. You can't clean. You can't do nothing but run around and spend money. I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna just spend all my money on you and keep following you around like Minnie Mouse." The average man ain't gonna do that. The average man with means, with some success, ain't gonna do that. There's some men dumb enough to do that, but they far and few in between. Why would you want a man? And are you gonna respect a man like that? I don't know. Ask the Currys. Ask Dale Curry. He's getting a divorce. Ask Bill Gates. He got a divorce. Ask Jeff Bezos. He got a divorce. Ask all these dudes that's getting divorced. All these dudes with all this money and they're getting divorced. And you think because you got money, that these women gonna stay with you. They not just because you got money, bro. Same thing with these women. You think these men gonna stay with you just because you look good. You look good now. Let's throw 20 years on you. You think you're gonna look the same? No, so you gotta have more. You gotta be bringing more to the table. You gotta be bringing stuff for the long game. Stop playing the short game, women. The short game is the sex and spending all this man's money. You need to play the long game. Yeah, maybe sex after the man has shown you that he's willing to play the long game with you. See, you don't even know what to look for in a man that's trying to play the long game. The long game is, can you cook? Can you sew? Can you clean the house? Can you do things that's going to improve his life? What man is going to want you in his life and you not bringing nothing to the table? What man is want that? And when I say bringing something to the table, besides your beauty, besides your looks and your shape, what else are you bringing to the table? I'm so cute that everybody just gonna fall at my feet. No, 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 no. That's like I said, that's the short game. See, men decide in 2 seconds whether they're going to play the short game with you or the long game with you. And most of the time, it's going to be the short game. And it's based on you. Whether he's going to play the short or long game with you is based on you. If you showing him the value in playing a long game with you, then he'll start trying to set that up with you. But the problem is, women, you try to shoot your whole wad on the first try. You try to just get a guy to be all into you, and then you try to do a whole bunch of stuff, like spend all his money and front on his car and all of this stuff, and you don't understand that you telling this man, I'm just here playing a short game. So the man say to himself, okay, well, I'm gonna just play the short game with you. I'm gonna just bag and tag you until I can't bag and tag you no more. But if you want to play the long game, I guarantee you, bro, you cook for this man for a week. I guarantee you his thought process about you will be different. You say, hey man, you know what? You got those, give me those clothes. I'll wash them for you. See, his thought process is going to be different for a woman like that. You know what, man? Hey, I'll be at your job. What time you get off of work, or what time you go to lunch, or what? I'll bring you some lunch. You think a man ain't gonna be like, damn? Ain't nobody. You think, man? I'm telling you, there is no competition. Women, there ain't no competition out here for good women. There's none. Good women ain't got no competition, man. You think ain't no women out there doing stuff like that? Or when you get off, I'll meet you at the house. I already have a meal cooked for you. I'll just bring it over. You think women are doing that nowadays? There ain't no competition. If you're a good woman and you want to find a good man, all you gotta do is do 2 things: be a good woman, play the long game, and be where dudes at that are good dudes. Well, where are good dudes at? Well, I said it before in the last live stream. Good dudes are at the golf course, right? They learning how to play golf so they can move up in the company, right? Or whatever, right? They're in the golf course. They're, what else? They're at the law library. They're at doctors' seminars. They're at family functions. They're at spiritual functions. They're all over the place doing things of value. Negroes is out at the bars and the clubs, at the park. How are you gonna be at the park in the middle of the goddamn day? And you think you're gonna find a good man at the park sitting out there drinking a 40 in the middle of the day or shooting some dice? Really? Come on, man. Come on. I'm gonna put, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the link out here, man. Anybody want to talk about it? Come on, talk about it. Let's talk about it. But I mean, ain't no men and good men. It's easy to find good men. You ain't got no good women, man. You ain't got no competition. You got no competition out here, man. You think women are saying to a man, "Hey, let me wash your clothes"? You think women out here saying to a man, "Hey, let me pull up to you and give you let me rub your back, let me rub your feet"? Man, good women, and you ain't got no competition. So you want to find a good man? Finding a good man, half the job is being where they're at. That's half of them. That's half of it. You ain't gonna meet no good. You ain't gonna meet good dudes at Ralph's, or you not. You just not. You got to go places where these dudes are doing, and they doing things of value. There's seminars. There, classes. There are places with value in it, man. And I know you like, man, but I like the swag. See, that swag got you in trouble. That swag got you the 2 children you got now by them 2 different dudes. The swag. So you resting on the swag, and so the dude see you resting on that swag. So what he do? He played the short game with you. You showed him by chasing that swag that you wanted to play the short game. So now he playing the short game with you. I got the answer for you, man. But see, I know us, we don't. I'm not wrapping it up where you want to hear it, right? I ain't wrapping it up where you want to hear it. It's easy to find good men. It's easy to find good men. Do you really want a good man? Do you really want a good man? Do you really want a man that's going to help you and walk with you through life? No. The average woman don't want that. The average woman wants worshipers. You want somebody to worship you and worship your beauty when you didn't even give yourself the beauty. Why should I give you the praise and honor for your beauty when you didn't even give yourself that beauty? Like I said before, if a vessel is made for, if whatever the vessel is made for, don't blame the vessel, blame the potter. The potter is the one that made. Don't blame the clay, blame the potter. The potter's the one that made the clay, formed the clay. You didn't make yourself. But you want me to give you praise and worship as though you self-created. There's only one that's self-created. You ain't him. You was created as a joint union, 3-part union. You, your mama, and the God. Your dad, your dad, your mom, and the God. It's a 3-part union. You can't come around here and say, oh, I made a fire. Worship me. What happened when your fire run out? Women are losing out on long-term relationships because they don't know how to commit to a long-term relationship. They don't even know, a lot of them, what long-term relationships look like. They don't think most women don't want to struggle through a long-term relationship, or you end up attaching yourself to men the types of men that's not good for you, that's not into and looking for long-term relationships. And then you blame all the men, when that's another thing. Y'all keep attaching yourselves to men that's no good. Then you blame all men, saying all men are the reason why you can't find a good man, when you don't even know where to find a good man. You don't even know how to find a good man. You don't know how to show him you want to play the long game instead of the short game. You don't know what you're doing out here. And you won't listen to nobody. You won't listen to us, men. We sitting here telling you what we want. We told you we don't want you. You don't have to have a weave. You don't have to have all that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Not for us. But see, the competition with the vanity is so great among women. It's so great. You don't have relationships to chase, so you chase vanity. You're chasing the vanity. Instead of, I'm going to look good for my man, you ain't got no man to look good for. So now you got to look good and just to compete with other people. So that's what you're doing. It's sad, man. It's really sad, because you know what? I wish more women would be successful. I wish more women would have a man, the type of man that they could feel comfortable. They could go to sleep at night knowing this man got my back. But you can't go to sleep like that, can you? You're not going to sleep. Oh, we ain't gonna listen to you. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I don't need no man. It's okay. You ain't gotta listen to me, but you need to find somebody to listen to. So that if you're really looking for a man, see, it's all a joke. Oh, I'm gonna be about my career. I'll deal with a man later. Oh, you only got a small window where you can actually negotiate for the maximum type of person that you want. Got a small window. I can get me $1 million man right now. Okay. But you're sitting at home with them cats. Huh? See, I could tell you, man. I could tell you how to get. It's so easy getting a good man, but you don't want them yet. You want to party. See, you 24, 25, 26, 27, and you want to party. You don't want no good man. You want an animal, right? You want somebody that's gonna rip your legs off, right? That's cool. I mean, I understand that. But at a certain point, that's not gonna be valuable to you anymore. At a certain point, you're not gonna be able to want to be involved in something like that anymore. You're gonna want something more substantial. Just like men. Oh, men, all they want to do is have sex with you. Why do you think all they want to do is have sex with you? Why do you think that? All they want to do is have sex with you because that's all you showing them. You just showing them that that's all you good for. If you show them that you're good for more than that, they're going to be intrigued more than that. But at the same time, it's got to be a certain caliber of man. You know, Negroes hanging around the liquor store, I don't care what you show them, they're not going to be interested in the long game. They're only going to be interested in the short game because they know they can't play the long game. They're not set up to play the long game. They don't have no job. They don't have no prospects. They're not out looking for no job. So why would they try to set up a situation where they playing a long game with you and you already in trouble and they need to come in and try to provide some stability for you? They can't. They can't even provide stability for their own lives. You just out here. See, you really want a good man? You really want a good man? So they say you go to church, girl, get saved. You can go find a good man. Maybe that might help you, but maybe not. In today's world, that ain't enough. That was enough maybe in the 70s, in the 80s, but in today's world, that ain't enough. Just getting saved ain't enough. Just, you know, joining a religious organization, that ain't enough. That ain't enough. You still got to vet men, even in the religious organizations, you got to vet men. There's wolves in sheep clothing in the religious organizations. I'm talking about the church, the temple, the mosque, wherever. You gotta vet men wherever you at. I'm just saying, if you want a good man, they're very easy to find. Just most women don't want a good man. They want worshipers. They want somebody to worship them instead of finding a good man. A good man ain't gonna worship you. A good man is going to value you. He's gonna cherish you, but he ain't gonna worship you. A worshiper is only worshiping something on the outside physical of you. You know, like people worship an idol. Well, they can't see inside the idol. They can only see the outside of the idol. So they worship the picture of the idol. Just like the people worship the money. They can't worship what's inside the money. They can only worship the picture of the money. So that's what they worship. But a person that cherishes having that money not only cherishes having the picture, but the value of the money, what I can do with it. They ain't gonna just run out and spend that dollar because they value it. Same thing with men and women. A man that cherish you, he ain't gonna just go out and spin you up. He gonna cherish you and try to spend as much time with you as he can because he realized the value that you have not only to yourself but to him as well. See, these are the kind of men you gotta run into. You can't be out there with you know, Big Ron and Ray Ray down there at the park, grown ass men sitting around at the park smoking weed. You can't. I mean, they're not even set up to play the long game. Women out there, always show people that you're willing to play the long game. Stop showing these guys that you're willing to play the short game by just talking about sex only to them, being sexual around them only. I'm not saying sexuality has its place, but it shouldn't be before you determine the character of the man. It shouldn't be before you determine the character of a man. Because if you have sex with a man before you determine his character, whatever happens is your fault. It's up to you. You're the one that went and did it, instead of determining what the character of the man was before you went and had sex with him. And I say you should wait until you have sex. I'm not saying don't talk about it. You need to get an understanding of what you can do, what you are willing to do, and what you aren't willing to do. But until then, you need to hold back off the sex until you check the character out. A lot of y'all women don't want to do that. Y'all so quick to get the attention from the man. You're willing to give him the bed. You know, we willing to jump in the bed with the man because you're so quick to get the attention. That's what you want, is the attention. He wants the sex. Well, I'm gonna tell you what men really want. What men really want is obedience. If you're willing to obey and do what he asking you to do and make his program work, because he knows what's going to make his program work if you obey. That's what he's really looking for. Once he see that you disobedient, then he knows he has to play the short game with you. I'm just giving you the real game. None of these guys ain't going to say it because they're going to lose followers, right? Just like I have people drop off my live stream because, hey, they don't want to hear the truth. But that's what we're here to do. We're here to tell the truth. We're here to tell the truth. Men want obedience. They want compliance. That's what they want. Because I know what's gonna make my situation better. I need somebody that can cook, clean, wash, and do all this other stuff. Plus, I need somebody I can talk to. We can, and when I hear her voice, it makes me want to be around her. It makes me want to run to her. That's what I need. See, but most women don't do that. They do the reverse, right? They throw a bunch of sex at you to capture you, to thinking that they're going to get your attention. But all you doing when you throw a bunch of sex at a man in the beginning is tell him you playing a short game. That's what you're doing. You want to throw something at a man to play you playing a long game? Bring him something to eat. Cook him some food. Show up to his job and call him, and don't show up unannounced, but call him and tell him, hey, look, I got a surprise for you. I want to bring you something. And bring him something to eat that you made handmade. Bring him some home-cooked food. Let me tell you something. You really want to get a man on your team? Home-cook some food for this man for a week and make this man eat this home-cooked food for a week. Man, I guarantee you, he will have a whole different mind frame about you. But women don't get that, right? You think you got to give him sex for a week, right? You got to blast him with all the sex. No. It ain't nothing sexually you can do to keep a man. But I guarantee you, that food, hey, look, man, I had a friend one time. His mama made him so mad. He said, I'm leaving. I'm going to leave this house. I'm running away. He was about 16 years old. His mama told him, oh, okay, son, you leaving? Okay. So he went upstairs. He's packing the bag and everything. His mama just went downstairs, started frying some chicken. Cooking that chicken. She fried that chicken. Man, by the time that chicken was done, he walked past that chicken. He was like, Mama said, I thought you was leaving. He just didn't say nothing. He just sat down and ate. And the leaving was over. He didn't even forgot whatever he was leaving about. See, that's how men think. I'm giving you the game, man. This is how men think. I know these men out here on YouTube, they ain't telling you this, right? Because they telling each other how to bag and tag all these different women. But I don't care how many times you bagging and tagging a woman, eventually, you're going to need more than that. If I'm telling you, good women, man, there ain't no competition for good women out here. You think how many women are actually telling a man, hey, man, you know what? I don't know if we dating exclusively, but hey, man, I just made you something. I made this. Why don't you come by and grab just get a plate. Just get a plate. You ain't got to stay in here and eat it. Just get a plate. How many women are doing that? Man, women ain't doing that. It's so easy to get good men. It's so easy. You ain't got no competition. But see, everybody's using the same tactic, sex. All these women are using sex to get men. That's where you're going wrong. That's where you're going wrong. Once you use sex to get a man, the man, see, he's got two choices, the long game or the short game. Once you use sex, you telling him, I'm willing to play the short game with you. That's what happens. That's what's going on in his head. But if you do something different, you don't be all on the sex. You say, oh, okay, well, let me make you a plate. Come on over and get a plate. No, brother, you can't stay because I don't know you like that, but here, I'll give you a plate here, or I'll bring it to you or whatever. Right? You start off slow. Start off slow. See, when you start off fast, you burn out fast. Start off slow, you can only pick up speed and get better and better and better. Don't play the short game. The short game is when you come straight in and you give this man sex right away. Well, how long do I supposed to wait? 90 days? I'm not telling you how long you're supposed to wait. I'm trying to tell you, you don't set up the relationship based on him getting sex. You don't base it on that. He's got to get something. See, what they don't tell you is, oh, well, if I don't give no sex, then he gonna leave. No. You don't give him the sex, you give him the food. You don't give him the sex, you give him the listening, the kind ear. You don't give him the sex, not just yet. You show him how you can be an asset to his life. That's what you're doing. When you cook in and you clean, hey, brother, you know what? You got any extra clothes? Hey, you just be smart about it. Hey, you know what? I'm about to wash for my family. Hey, you know what? You got any extra clothes, man? Because I can just throw your clothes in here, man. That way, that's something you ain't got to do. I know you're busy. How many women are doing that? It's easy, man. Like I said, it's no competition out here for good women. It's no competition. None out here. Thank you, lead attorney. I appreciate you, brother. You are the man. I saw your show today, man. And let me tell you something, brother. You are a treasure, man. You are a treasure for us. You are a treasure for us. You blowing up, man. You blew me up from 25 subscribers to 250, 240, man. And you know, man, you are my O'Shea. You're my O'Shea. So I appreciate you, brother. And thank you for putting me on, man. You are always gonna be my dude, even though we was about to fight at first. Thank you, lead attorney. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. It's easy, man. It's easy. If you really want to be a woman, if you really want to, get men, get a good man and have a long-term relationship, it's easy. These women ain't out here. I see you, TLA. I see you, man. It's easy to get these women. It's easy for a good woman. A good woman, man, you got no competition. Like I said, how many women are saying, hey, brother, I'll wash your clothes for you? You know what, brother? I know you worked all day. I made dinner already. Why don't you swoop out here and get a plate? Well, can I just stay? No, you can't stay, brother. We still getting to know each other. You keep the boundaries out there. We still getting to know each other. But here's a plate, brother. Go on and take a plate with you. And, after you eat it, give me a call and let me know what you thought. Women ain't doing that. Women want you to take them to a high-priced restaurant. We all ain't got money like the lead attorney, but, at least women want you to take you to a high-priced restaurant, right? They want to take you to a restaurant every night. Or they have 4 different men taking them to 4 different restaurants all during the week, right? I'm not mad at women. I'm just saying, if you say you want a long-term relationship, okay, if you say you want a long-term relationship, then this is what you got to do. It's simple. It's simple. It's no competition. Brother, I know you drink this kind of water. I stopped by Costco. I got a couple bottles for you. Here, why don't you just stop by and pick them up? Boom. Or I drop them off to you, whatever. How many women are doing it? Most women ain't doing nothing like that. I see you, JP. I see you in the house. I see you. Yeah, man, you know, I mean, how many women are doing this stuff? I see JP. I sub to you today, JP. I was watching Lead Attorney and I sub to you. So appreciate you, girl. Yeah, man, you know, how many people how many women are doing these things? They're not. Instead, and then that's half the battle is being the kind of woman that a good man is going to want to, in his life, right? Being an asset to the good man. And then the other half is you got to be places where these women are. I mean, these men are. Like the lead attorney, man. The lead attorney's in the law library. He ain't in no disco. He in the law library, man. I got Tinder. You're not going to find dudes trying to play the long game on Tinder. You not. You not. You got to get out there. You got to face-to-face dudes. See, that's what you got to stop doing. Stop following the herd. The herd is doing dating off of social media. No, stop following the herd. If you want to have better success than the herd, you got to do other things than the herd. The herd is not going out to the law library, scoping dudes out and putting themselves in front of those kind of dudes. The herd is not going to the medical library, scoping dudes out and putting themselves in front of those dudes, inviting dudes like that to lunch. See, you invite somebody to lunch and not no Debo at the playing basketball in the middle of the daytime, grown man playing basketball in the middle of the daytime. Yeah, I know it might be his day off or whatever. But you see him more than once playing basketball in the middle of the daytime? If he ain't a YouTuber, shit, come on, what's going on? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we need to figure out what's going on. Let me read something from JP, my girl. Oh, thanks, Brother Clarence. Appreciate that. Where would you tell the youngsters to go for learning skills you suggest? Learning the skills you suggest. I wish I could send them to you, JP, because, I mean, I know you got game, but, I mean, most of these young girls don't know nothing about it. But I'm just saying, I'm going to just be honest about me. I come from Muhammad's Mosque, and they teach that kind of stuff in there. I know the church, I came before Muhammad's Mosque, I was in the church, and they was teaching stuff like that in the church. But now I don't know. I don't know where to a person should go for anything like that. I wouldn't know where to go, where to send a sister other than those two places. I wouldn't know. But I would hope, hey, JP, hey, you back me up, find some places, tell me, and I'll put it out on a video, or I'll send somebody your video to do it. Because I just don't, I really don't know other than those two places. Anyway, yeah, let me get back to what I was saying. So, yeah, anyway, women, you got to be places where men are. That's the other part of it, JP. You got to be places where these guys are. See, most of our women, they don't try to be places. They think they're going to meet this guy in the supermarket, or they're going to meet him, you know, in the hood somewhere. Prince Charming ain't coming to the hood. Prince Charming ain't coming to the hood. He's not. Prince Charming is going to be out there in the law library, in the medical library, in the golf course, at seminars, at barbecues, at social functions, at different places where good people hang out. You're gonna have to start hanging out with places where people that's doing good are hanging out. That's where you got to go to meet women and then meet men. And then when you do meet them, show them that you're going to play the long game with them. Don't do like the herd. The herd, these women, man, from the herd, they think, oh, man, I'm just going to throw the sex at them. And that my sex is so special that it's going to wrap around. And that's what both of us are thinking, the men and the women. We both think, oh, man, my sex is so on point. It's just going to get this woman to have her be in my company. And it's not. It's not. Most of these women have had so many partners, they are numb. Unless you're doing something outrageous, they are numb to sexual activity. That's not going to capture them. What's going to capture them is what they're already looking for is your resources, because they've been through all of the sex thing. They're looking for the sex thing in a lot of their minds is for you. They really looking for you having resources as a man. But we here talking about women, because I want the women to win. I want you to win. So how do we? I don't know. See, I'm giving you the game for free. You got women out here that want to have a $300 or $400 consultation with you. Okay, that's cool. But they're gonna tell you the same thing I'm telling you right now. They're gonna tell you the same thing I'm telling you right now. Be where men that have goals are going to be at, and they're willing to work hard to get them, and then show them that you're willing to play the long game. Be what they're looking for. Now, a lot of women say, well, I'm already what they're looking for. I'm cute. That don't mean that you what they looking for. That don't mean that's what they looking for. They could be looking for something else. And based on how you conduct yourself, you show that man whether he should play the long game with you or the short game with you. You, the woman, it's your decision how you approach this man, and how you would force him to respect you is how this man is going to deal with you. Once he see that sex is just as important to you as it is to him, he's going to play the short game with you. But once he sees that a relationship is more important to you than it is to him, you're going to make him reconfigure. And he's going to have to make a decision. Okay, this girl wants to play the long game. Okay, now I got to decide whether I'm going to play the long game with her. And I'm telling you, when you hit a dude with 4 or 5 home cooked meals, you wash some of his clothes, you show up to his job with lunch, you ain't got no competition. There ain't no competition out there. Good black women ain't got no competition, man. Good women, period, ain't got no competition, man. There ain't no competition out there. All you got to do is be where men are that's trying to get something happening, and it's no competition. Have yourself put together properly, and there ain't no competition, man. It's all good. You are absolutely got nothing to worry about. Now, here's the bad thing. You can't be playing a role. You can't be playing a role. You got to be serious about this, okay? You got to be serious about this, man. If you really about that life, about that long-term relationship life, then you got to be about that long-term relationship life. I'm talking about you as a woman. You got to be about that long-term relationship life. Can't be about, oh, I'm going to be playing games. No, you can't be playing no games, because you're going to get tired. If you really ain't about it, you're going to get tired of cooking and cleaning and doing other stuff. You're going to get tired, and you're just going to stop. No. If you don't want that man to stop trying to help you create that heaven in your household, then you can't stop. You can't stop. There's many men out here that have, had, things happen where the woman just sat down. Well, like lead attorney said, no more sex, no more, no more cooking, no more cleaning, no more nothing. Who wants to be in a relationship like that? And what do you expect a man to do if you stop having sex with him, or you stop cleaning his house, or you stop cooking him food? What do you expect a man to do? He's probably going to go try to find it someplace else. And we don't want that. We don't want that. The reason why another woman needs to come into the playing field, man, why polygamy may enter in this society, is because one woman is not doing something. So a man feels like he should have another woman. I'm just doing the mathematics. Why would you need a second woman if the first woman was taking care of business? Huh? Right? You don't really need one. You don't really need a second woman unless the first woman's not taking care of business. But you got to know as a woman, hey, if I want to be in a long-term relationship, then this is I have to do you got to do the math calculations in your head. What are the type of things that a man looking for a long-term relationship will want? What are the kind of things? See, you think as a woman, because a man don't just jump on and say, I'm ready to go with you right away, that he ain't thinking about you in a long-term relationship situation. He probably is. He might be seeing somebody else, but he definitely is looking at it in a long-term relationship. He's like, this person is willing to do this for me. They willing to do that for me. They willing to do this. So don't be stupid and say, oh, you want another mama. You want your mama. No, he don't want his mama. I mean, nobody with their mind not toe up is trying to think about being in a long-term relationship with their mama. It's not that he wants his mama. He wants somebody who cares about him like his mama did. Like his mama did, who's down with him like no matter what, like his mama was. He don't want his mama. All right, let me read one. How do we deal with jealousy in those moments? Which moments, JP? You talking about the moments where you talking about the polygamy moments? Hit me up because I'm not sure what you're talking about as far as jealousy. Well, let me assume that's what you're talking about in a polygamy moment. How you deal with jealousy in a polygamy moment is, unfortunately, you have to. Everybody in a polygamy situation has to understand the major goal. The major goal in a polygamy situation is to make is to it's like a tetherball. It's to go around that pole. All the balls go around that one pole. So the pole has to stand. So that's what's important, is the pole standing. So if that means that you have to have less air in your bag than the other ball, then you have to let less air in your bag and let the other balls go around. So in other words, everybody has to sacrifice so the man can go forward in that situation. All right, let me see. JP, aspiring matriarch, or dealing with the moments while we're trying to figure out if this can work. As a woman, if I'm considering him for a husband, should I only deal with one man while he deals with many women? We already doing that, JP. We already out here doing that. You know what I mean? So you dealing with a man that has more than one woman, whether you like it or not. And the reason why is I just did another video. Women outnumber men. The women outnumber the men significantly. See, it used to be a time where me as a man, I had to spit game at all these different women. And there's still dudes out here teaching that right now. I saw Mr. Lucario teaching that on this live stream just a few minutes ago, and having dudes paying him $250 an hour for him to tell them you need to talk to 25 women every day. See, that's old school. That is outdated. And that is guys trying to play the short game. In the long game, you trying to be in a relationship with a man, you're going to have to understand, if he's a good man, why wouldn't other people be after him? Just like a good programmer. Apple's going to be after him. Microsoft's going to be after him. Oracle's going to be after him. All these different companies, they're going to be after him. PayPal's going to be after him. All these different companies are going to be after that man, right? They're all going to come to him. If he puts his thing out on Monster, he's going to have he's going to have a whole bunch of different people coming at him with all kind of different money, right? Well, same thing with women. You're going to have to deal with him and he's going to have to sift through the best offer, right? When he sees the offer that has the best benefits for him, may not necessarily be the most money, because it all might be close in money, but if it's the best benefits for him, he's going to take that gig. So just be honest with myself, but we are told not to assume y'all are cheating. No, it's not. If I'm not in a relationship with you, I'm not cheating with you. If I'm just dating through 2 or 3 different people at the same time. I may not be having sex with these 2 or 3 different people, but I'm just going out with 2 or 3 different people, trying to get to know them. I mean, you have to spend time with people to get to know them. So you have to. I mean, so it's always going to be that, you're going to have to spend time with people. I say to women should not be intimate with more than one person at the same time. But men can get away with it more. men can get away with it more, but I don't suggest that either, because I don't think you should play with people. I think you should be upfront with them. And if what you about, you about. Hey, you know what? You realize that this person is I'm only interested in having sex with this person. Then after a while, tell them, hey, I'm only interested in having sex with you. I'm only interested in having sex with you. If you're not interested in having sex with them, or you interested in a long game, then you can pursue that. The long game is what you're looking for. The long game is what you're looking for. So when do I know when do you know what? If you're cheating? Cheating is when you're in a relationship. When you're in a relationship, when I'm in a relationship with you and I've committed to you that I'm going to be in a monogamous relationship with you, and then I don't, and I go be with somebody else, that's cheating. But if I ain't committed to you in a monogamous relationship, how's that cheating? Oh, let's see. Cooking for you, washing clothes, is that not relationship level intimacy? No. What that is, yes and no. What it is tactical. In this world, see, that used to be when the situation was reversed, it was less women than men. Now it's tactical. That's a tactical way to get a man's attention. You think a man, let me tell you something. If you cook for a man, you wash his clothes for about a week or 2 weeks, you think you ain't gonna be on this man's mind every goddamn day? You're gonna be on his mind every day. I don't care who he having sex with. He gonna forget that. Because when he get see, let me tell you something. When he get hungry and he know where he can go get something to eat, he know where he can get his clothes, he say to himself, you know what? That's a good woman. That's what we say as men. That's a good woman. We don't say no woman that can do double backflips and flip off the chandelier. That's a good woman. Not necessarily. Especially when we get the sex up front. We get it up front without doing any work. Short game for you. Somebody who deserves the long game, trust me. I tell you what. We see taking care of you and your space as relationship things. I know. That's why you got to reprogram your mind. I'm talking about if you're trying to get a good dude. Now, if you're not trying to get a good dude, I'm not saying you should do this for, Bobo and Ray Ray down at the park. I'm not telling you should do that for them. I'm talking about you see a good dude. Just like Microsoft. What do? Here's a bonus. Just like our Oracle. Here's a bonus. Or here's a bigger bonus than that bonus. Here's a bigger bonus. They give them bonuses, right? This dude ain't even working for him, but they already getting the bonus. See, you gotta unlock your mind. You gotta unlock your mind. Cause I'm only gonna do that when you get in a relationship with me. And the dude ain't gonna never get in a relationship with you because you ain't never using tactics to show him that he's gonna win in a relationship with you. You gotta show this man that he's gonna win being in a relationship with you. How do you do that? You gotta show him by okay, let me tell y'all. Hey, Friendsgiving, I see you, sister. Hey, check this out. Y'all, you women out there, y'all prove me wrong. You trying to get in a relationship with a man, cook him food for a week, wash his clothes for a week. Don't even ask for nothing in return. Just here, brother. I know you might be hungry. Here's some. You can stop by my place. I give you the food here. Boom. Don't even ask for nothing in return. I guarantee you, man. At some point, that dude's gonna knock on your door and be like, "Hey, I was just passing by. You guys having dinner?" Oh man, friends, Friendsgiving, so good to see you in the chat. Oh, okay, yes. But yeah, man, let me get back to what I was talking about. So, yeah, getting a man. You want to be a man in a long-term relationship? Don't follow the herd. Stop following the herd. Well, if I cook for him and I clean for him, we better be in a relationship. Oh, really? But if you're not doing stuff like that, how's a man gonna know that he's gonna win? Oh, because I'm cute. Everybody's cute. So what? After a while, cute ain't gonna see when I'm hungry. Cute ain't gonna do it for me. When I need clean clothes, cute ain't gonna do it for me. When I need somebody to show me that I'm a man, cute ain't gonna do it for me. What's gonna do it for me is the little things, little things. See, stop following the herd. Stop following the herd, man. The herd gonna keep you single. I ain't gonna wash no man's clothes. He ain't my husband. I ain't gonna wash it. Well, how in the hell is a man gonna know that he's gonna win with you when you using the same when you ain't showing him he gonna win? how is that gonna work? You ain't got no man. You ain't got no competition out here. None. Good black women ain't got no competition. Good women, period. You ain't got no competition. None. Zero. Because why? Most women, they just not gonna do this. They not gonna do this stuff because they feel like they wasting their time. So what? You do it for a man, and this man don't make it. But at least you didn't waste it on no Tyrone or some Dirty D Rodney. You threw your shot at a man that has something going for him, and you go back to the law library and you find another one. Or you go back to the golf course and you get another one. This is how you be shooting. You shoot your shot at these type of guys. You don't shoot your shot at them dirty dude Rodneys, a dressed up dude that's at the bar and at the club. Yeah, man, a lot of them dudes are cool dudes. I'm not talking about them as bad people, but they just don't have the intention that you want. You don't want them to have, you want them to have the intention that you want, which is a long-term, you want them to see you as a long-term prospect, right? Them dudes ain't gonna see you as a long-term prospect because usually in the bar and clubs, people are going in there to hook up. So even as soon as you walk in, they already got you pegged as playing a short game. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You can't go in no bar, no club, and think, oh man, dude's gonna be after me because he gonna see this dress I got on, and then I'm gonna finesse him into the long game. But you finessing a dude that don't want to be in a long game with you, it's just gonna be a bigger problem. Why not finesse a dude that wants to be in a long game with you, is ready to be in a long game, is preparing himself to be in a long game with you? He's in the law library, he's in the medical book. I mean, let me see what my girl said here. Friendsgiving. No one reads anymore, Clarence, so no one's in those law libraries. Come on, man. Come on. There's plenty of get Friendsgiving. Get up right now. Get in your car. Go to the nearest law library right now. You'll find dudes in there right now. Right now. You'll find guys in there right now. Got to rewire our minds. See, that is why following the herd got all these women single. Following her. But I get where you coming from. I get where you coming from, and I can see where you think that. But that's not true. That's not true. Dudes that's really trying to get it, they willing to suffer. They out there. They out there. JP, let's talk. As a single mother, divorced, I thought I was seen differently from babies' mamas. Do they still do things, or must they do more? Who, the baby mamas or the divorced women? Well, here's the problem. Here's the problem. Unfortunately, there's so many women on the market. There's so many women on the market. See, back in the day, people weren't getting divorced and people wasn't playing the short game so much. So it wasn't as many women on the market because people were getting together and staying together. Now it's the opposite. Everybody's playing a short game and just trying to have sex. So you got so many women that you're competing with now. It's so much more competition out there now. So how do you deal with competition? You have to raise the bar. You have to raise the bar now. If you're going to be doing competition, you have to raise the bar. How do you raise the bar? Hey, brother, I was cooking, you know what I'm saying? I made some, I don't know if you like fried chicken, but I just made some anyway. I got a couple extra pieces and some mashed potatoes and some greens. Here, let me just, I'm going to just make you a plate. And, you know what I'm saying? You just come on by and get it, or I'll just drop it by, whatever, right? Man, let me tell you something. You like I said, you got to separate yourself, or you got to go places where, first of all, you got to go places where people that are looking for long-term relationships are. Okay, so maybe older guys aren't in the law library. Maybe the older guys are not in the, but there's older guys are at spiritual functions, they're at barbecues, they're at causes, you know what I'm saying? Autism or whatever. There are different causes. And there's a bunch of single guys out there. A lot of guys out there. A lot of women have divorced these. There's a lot of divorced guys out there. But see, you got to go. See, half the battle is be in places where guys like that are, and then being the kind of woman that they would look at and say, she might be good for a long-term relationship. But see, when you come in a bar or a club, you know what? They already got you pegged. The whole point, as soon as you walk in the door in the club, they're going to be like, this girl is for the short game. Ain't no point in me putting nothing out on the table. She for the short game. Is who going to get who first? Does she get me for money first, or do I get her for sex first, or we are both? In some kind of way, I don't understand how women think like this. And you got to help me, JP, excuse me. You got to help me, JP. Why do women think that guys, they're going to go into a club, show a man that they're willing to play the short game, and then some type of way finesse the dude into a long-term relationship? Why do they think that? I don't get that. This is very mathematical. This is very mathematical. I mean, it's simple. If you want a long-term relationship with a man, you have to show a man that that's what you want. You can't be in no bar, no club. You can't be no place that, other than a bar and a club, he can't really tell right away. You might meet a guy in the supermarket or whatever. My girl's got me something else. Let me read this. That's why like many of our women think that they are alpha females. If they can move like men, they can understand them thus the same. No. When you show a man that you're alpha male, alpha female, all you do is show him that you somebody to compete with. You don't want him to compete with you. You want him to value you. It's a difference. When you showing a man, I can compete with you. I can do the same thing with you, right? You show him you like that. You approach a man like that, all the man says to himself is, okay, this girl is for the short game, because I can't listen to that for 20 years, 30 years. I just know I could listen to that. I can't have her trying to push me off the same mountain that we both trying to climb. I can't have that. Yeah, it works sometime, but it'll never work for the long haul. It'll never work for the long haul. If you really want a man, you have to show him femininity, just like a man. How many of you out there as a woman would want a man showing his femininity to you, and you be like, oh, I'm attracted to that femininity? That's the same thing. It will repel you, because like repels, unlike attracts. So if he's feminine and you're feminine, you're going to be like, ugh, right? You got to have masculine and feminine. It's like you're attracted to masculine men. You're attracted to the masculinity. Alpha. Well, let me put it like this. There is a type of man that alpha female will attract, and that is a beta male. A man, because he understands that he can't be in the alpha position as well as her being in the alpha position. She has to be if she's in the alpha position, he has to be in the beta position. But how long is an alpha female going to respect the beta male? Eventually, she's going to want a male in the alpha position, because that's what she really wants. She just doesn't know how to step down out of the alpha situation. But I'm giving you the game. You can go pay for it if you want, but I'm here giving you the game in 2 seconds. Be the kind of woman that a man looking for a long-term relationship wants, and be where those guys are. Done. I'll take my $250,000. I'll take my $250 an hour, please, for that game right there I just gave you. Because Sicario and those guys are charging all that kind of money. I'll take my $350 now. Be the kind of woman, And don't follow the herd. Don't follow the herd. I ain't gonna cook for no man because that's what you do when you in a relationship. I'm gonna wait till I be in a relationship, and you never get no relationship because you never showed the man how he's gonna win being in a relationship with you. You never showed the man how he's gonna be in a relationship with you. People, I mean, I hate to see women lose, man, because not because y'all little kids. I look at y'all as people too, but it's just, man, I've seen so many women lose. And off of simple stuff, man, just because they listen to the herd. They listen to their homegirls. Their homegirls are single. Their homegirls are sad. Their homegirls got a bunch of cats. And so they talk them into having a whole bunch of cats, being sad and single by giving them bad advice. Girl, don't do that. Girl, I was on live stream and a dude told me I should cook for a man. Are you crazy? I ain't cooking for no man. Oh, girl, hold on. My cats I got to go feed my cats. Okay, you can listen to me or you can listen to them. I'm trying to get rid of them cats. I'm trying to get you a man in that house. Something go bump in that house, a man will step up and say, baby, stay right here, lock the door behind me. I'll tell you when you can open it. Right? As opposed to them cats come running in your room. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? I'm just a guy trying to give you the truth, man. Because I want y'all I want y'all to win. I want y'all to win. Tired of seeing y'all lose. I'm tired of seeing black men lose too, but they're a whole nother conversation. Men are a whole nother conversation, man. Because they really don't understand. Most of us as men were never really taught how to value a woman. We don't understand that a woman is the woman is God's hallway into immortality. That's what a woman's true purpose is. I just dropped a video about that. A woman's true purpose is she is God's hallway into immortality. You have to pass through her hallway to get to immortality. What you mean by immortality, brother? I mean, you give a woman your essence and a woman wraps your essence up and she gives you a man or a little girl made in your image and after your likeness, right? Woman is a very special creature, but we lost the value of her. We lost her value. We lost the value, and now we pushing her as just a toy or some piece of nothing that we can just pump and dump and throw away. And unfortunately, that's the situation we in. Anyway, I just wanted to do a short live stream for y'all, man. Oh, wait a minute, JP. Let me get to your question real quick, and then I'll shut it down. How do we get women to see and accept that they are power of the world because they shape these young minds? You know what, JP? I don't know. I mean, you got dudes like me out here trying to teach, and you got a couple others, but most of these guys out here teaching that the black woman is nothing. I'm trying to refute that. Yes, I know the black woman has a lot of issues, but I believe that a lot of her issues are based from us as men. But we trying to teach it. Maybe we'll come back and talk about it later. I might do another live stream on Thursday. I'll see. Maybe we pick this up and try to talk about it on Thursday, probably about the same time. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna shut this down because somebody has made me something to eat, and they keep calling me to try to get me to come. Oh, I made something to eat, so I'm gonna go get me something to eat. But appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. And y'all think about it. And if y'all think about it, y'all come up with a good answer, get on the live stream next time. Just come on and just drop your idea and then go about your day. But just drop it and let me know, because I'm trying to figure it out myself. All right. All right then, y'all. Until I see y'all again, peace to y'all. Thank you, JP. Thank you, Friendsgiving. Thank you, lead attorney. Thank you, all of y'all, man, for coming through. I appreciate y'all, man. I'll see y'all on the next live stream. Peace out.